Gilbert Gottfried, and I'm here with my co-host Frank Santopadre, and we're once again recording at Nutmeg with our engineer Frank Verderosa, and this is Gilbert and Frank's amazing, colossal obsession.
It sure is.
Now, we've got two dipshits sitting with us.
Present and accounted for.
Is that how you treat two artists who generously give of their time and their talent to make this show better? You want to say their names?
Okay.
Dipshit number one.
Yeah, dipshit number one. You were in the army.
That's right. The Greek army.
Yes. John Photiadis?
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, my God.
Well, that's beautiful.
It's actually
I just got an erection.
Papadopoulos. Thank you.
What about the second one?
And this is a more difficult name, John Murray.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tough one.
Welcome, boys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Now, this is a different kind of an episode. John and John, and they'll tell us a little bit about themselves in a second, generously contributed little mini theme songs to our mini episodes.
Oh, yes.
So the music you hear at the beginning of the listener mail episodes was composed by John, which we'll hear some of.
That's me.
And the closing, kind of groovy, kind of weird, psychedelic, Beatles-esque, strange.
Baby.
What were you going for there? Strawberry Alarm Clock? Or?
Yeah, I was going more like a back rack, Fifth Dimension,
Okay.
psychedelic. You were right on the money.
The closing theme for the listener mail episode was composed by our friend John Photiadis. So we thought we would have the boys in just to chat, just to bullshit about where the ideas came from, play the songs again. Because a lot of people write us and ask, where the hell is the music coming from?
That's great. That's cool. And you tell them the truth.
So here you both are. A lot of people actually write and want to know about the theme song, the regular theme song, which is library music that we got.
Yeah, I mean, we got it because we didn't have to pay for it.
We didn't have to pay for this either.
I think we paid something for it. It's called Vampire Strut, composed by a guy named Bob Bradley. But John and John, who are both fans of the show, and I'll let you guys tell the stories in a second, but John, you and I go way back.
We do,
John
36
Murray,
years.
Back to SVA, where we were telling Gilbert, where we studied under the screenwriter of the famous horror movie,
Arnaud Dussault.
The Horror Express.
Yeah.
He
was great. Best screenwriter.
Yeah, great guy. And a mentor to both of us.
He was.
Yeah.
I learned a lot from him. How to treat people, too.
Yeah. Arnaud Dussault, look the name up. He wrote Tomorrow the World, too. You know that film with the Hitler Youth?
Oh, yes.
Is that Frederick March, where they had, and Skippy Homeyer, where they have to, the kid has been brainwashed to be a Nazi? You know this film?
Oh.
He wrote that.
Well, anything to do with Nazis.
Well, I'm surprised you don't know it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead,
now,
John.
Mr. Murray.
That's me.
Are you now, or have you ever been a member of the Communist Party? No,
It's turned into a UAC hearing. It's gotten ugly quickly.
Okay.
All right,
Who
so-
do people tell you look like?
Gary Sinise.
That's it.
Wow.
That's
Yes.
it.
Yeah, I knew
thought
that's
of
what he was
that.
thinking.
But
Yeah,
you do look like
I
Gary
was
Sinise.
looking
It's
at
the
you
eyes.
and going, this guy looks like Gary Sinise.
Yeah, I've heard
and
that.
Gary Sinise is so entertaining. So I'm looking forward to it. He's a barrel of laughs.
Yeah,
Gary
me too.
Sinise.
Me too. Just like him.
So how did you and I have a lot of history. You found out about the show, obviously.
Right.
And you decided to, and I don't even think you told me it was coming. You just sent me.
Well, the first thing I did for you was the dummy in the window, and I'll tell you why.
That's right. The first thing you did was Dummy in the Window.
Because when you were singing Dummy in the Window, you actually stayed in tune throughout the entire song, and your rhythm was dead on. I said, you know what? All I need to do is just drop a band behind that, and you would lock right in, and that's what I did. So Dummy in the Window, I just dropped him in, and he was in key the entire time.
Right.
Who ever thought there'd be an intellectual discussion on the
Actually,
creating the recording?
But I
of-
thought
There's a
it would be
master's
funny.
course on that now at Columbia, Gilbert. I don't know if you knew that.
But I thought it would be funny because here you were really goofing with that song.
Yes.
But I thought I'd put this kind of legit sound behind it, and that I thought the contrast would be funny. So
It's great. But that was the first thing you did.
That was the first thing I did.
Was
And
Dummy in
then-
the Window.
So the theme, you had mentioned one episode that you were looking for a theme. And the way songs come to me is just like that. And then it's just a matter of just getting it out on tape. And in my mind, I just thought this has got to be something cool, something. I thought Spy, because the theme that you use has that twangy
Yeah, we were
Gretsch
trying.
guitar. You know,
Trying for that.
Yeah,
Little Dick Dale.
It's got to hit. But also, I wanted to put a lot of voices on it because I think when I'm listening to this show, I feel like I'm hanging out at a party with you guys. Sometimes I even feel like I'm on a conference call and I'm actually talking to the radio, to the speakers.
It's very disturbing, John.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, well,
there's medication for
yeah,
that.
I know. So I feel like it's a bunch of guys hanging out. You're talking to you, but I feel like it's a lot of guys listening and that we're all kind of in on it and talking about these shows that we love. So I thought I'd put a lot of voices on there. So in the jingle, there's a lot of voices. And kind of all in unison.
So the first one you did for us was Colossal Obsessions.
Colossal
the one
Obsessions.
where you're talking about where you had a lot of voices.
A lot of voices, right. And I
Okay.
wanted to be a bunch of guys in on it. Like, we're all part of the same club, We're
Okay.
all,
Let's hear some of that, and then you'll talk about it. Frankie?
Here we go, boys. Obsessions.
Oh,
Now, Gilbert, you don't listen to the podcast. Have you ever heard that before?
yeah, I've been listening to it for years.
Gilbert doesn't listen to the show, Frank.
That was my theme? Wait a minute.
I'm glad you liked it. That's great.
So what was the influence there? I mean,
All right,
what
well,
were
the
you- what were you-
beginning. All right,
Yeah.
you remember what was the station that used to have the silhouette of the cameraman? It was a Channel 7. And
Oh, the 4:30 movie?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. But there was that beat behind it.
Yeah, it was a cameraman and a crane.
Well, that's what. So I got the film rolling at the beginning of the track, and then in my head, I just pictured, this silhouette, just like in that commercial, and the lead into that show, and then after that, it's just Private Eye Swing. After that, I wanted it to be cool and have a lot of guys.
People
in on it.
have written us about it.
Oh, cool! They liked it.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're answering the question for people where this music came from. Gilbert, have you heard it before?
No, I don't know.
No.
I don't know how to get a podcast.
Gilbert just got email.
And Frank said to me, "Yeah, Gil loved it."
Well, he did. He has no
so
memory.
full of shit.
No.
You are so full of shit.
Daryl will bear me out. I played it on my cell phone
Yeah.
in this very room.
Right.
He forgets.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Blame it on him.
Now tell us about the second one. Then you did listener mail.
Yeah.
We've been putting this on all the listener mail episodes.
Oh, this one I like.
Yeah, sure you do.
Wait till you
Frankie.
hear mine, Gilbert. You'll really like it.
Doorbell rings, he drops a bag outside. When we read the fucking mail, it's a hell of a ride. One for my buddy, two for the show. 3 orange slices and away we go. Listen to mail. Oh, listen to mail. Gilbert and Frank's very amazing colossal mailbag. Colossal mailbag. Colossal mailbag. Mailbag!
I like it.
That's a good one, man.
Thanks.
You're a big fan of the Dropout.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I love
nicely
that.
done.
Yeah, it's again going for that swing, and I think any the other jingle I did for you as well, same thing. I just go for that swing sound. Yeah, because swing music isn't on pop radio, but when you think about any of those old cool Private Eye movies,
Yeah.
that's the kind of music they had. They had swing. It's just for something. There's something sneaky about it and something cool about it.
They used it in Mask.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that big band swing.
Yeah.
Love it. Right.
Have you heard the theme from Cool McCool?
Yes.
A little-known show from the 1960s that we've talked about. See, we went searching for music, and we thought, well, what is this show going to be about? I mean, should it sound like Secret Agent Man? Should it be like a John Williams TV theme?
Right.
And then we settled on that kind of spooky It's almost like a little combination of spooky and surf music. The thing that
I mean, your
that we
show is a
settled on.
guy show. I mean, the friend. I have a lot of friends that listen to your show.
A guy show.
It's a guy
Yeah,
show.
that's what my wife says.
Yeah, this is
she
a
says
guy
you know
show.
no women are listening to your show, right?
Well, yeah.
There's one.
No, see,
a guy show. It
I'm
really
doing
is.
this show to get lots of pussy.
How's it working?
It's working out just great.
It's
Yeah,
miraculous.
where are the girls going? Somebody said there would be girls.
Now let's move over to John Fotiadis.
That's
Now,
right.
John, unlike John Murray, who is a musician
Right.
by trade, you are an architect.
That's right. I am an architect. Yes.
Tell us some of the buildings that you've designed.
Well, I've done some buildings in Ukraine and some buildings in Georgia and some buildings in Turkey and some buildings in New York. I don't think you'd know any of them, but they're big
Fine.
buildings.
Well, I'm impressed.
And I'm like Paul Kersey, the
Oh, my
the world's
God.
angriest architect.
Yes.
Next to him.
He gets
Wow.
that reference.
Gilbert would know who that is, right?
Charles Bronson in Death Wish.
Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
So how did you, and this is the podcast is actually what
Right.
brought you into our orbit.
Yeah,
I knew
I mean-
John before, but not you.
I just very quickly, I remember Gilbert from years ago on the Stern Show and other appearances. I was always a fan, and then I was, tripping around the internet. I discovered this podcast. I thought it was great. As you know, I started communicating with you guys, and just to prove I'm not some insane stalker, I actually thought I'd write some music for you. So when I was thinking about this theme, when you put the call out for some music, I was thinking, well, what does this show remind me of? And to me, it's like one giant ongoing Peter Sellers film. It's like every episode is the party. You've got all these
Oh, that's nice.
these wild celebrities from the past, and so I was thinking about music from that period. I love Backrack, I love Tijuana Brass, I love all of that stuff, and I came up with something that I thought was a bit bossa nova, a bit Backrack, and that's where it came from.
And we've been using it as the closing theme.
Yeah,
on
and I really
Listener
appreciate
Mail.
it. And you guys don't ride the fader at all. I mean, it just keeps going and going and going. I'm
I
like,
think
when is
that-
this going to end?
I think that's Frankie's doing. Frankie, let's
Actually, Sean Merrick gets credit for that. He does that out in L.A.
Is that
Wow.
Sean? Okay. Sean Marek, our producer out of L.A. So let's hear John Fotiadis' Bacharach-inspired closing theme.
Here we go.
Some of the words.
If you want to know about Papillon Susu or Lon Chaney Jr., it's something we're used to. Colossal obsessions, these things that we've studied, like why Groucho helped Chico, 'cause he needed the money. If you have a comment on Cesar Romero and those oranges thrown by those young caballeros, you can ask what you want, anything on our biz, but please keep it short, just like having finishes.
There you go. It's poetry, man.
It's beautiful.
Poetry.
Yeah, we'll answer your questions, and that is a promise. Even the ones about Danny Thomas.
I thought you'd like that line. And it just fades.
It's great.
Yeah. Hey, Gilbert, I couldn't think of anything to rhyme with glass coffee table.
Now, are you doing like a little bit of a British
Yeah.
with the vocal.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit
it's
of
like
a.
that, it's like that, kind of, Peter Sellers vibe.
Yeah.
So-
The fact that you managed to rhyme Cesar Romero with gay caballero.
I think I get an extra orange for that. So,
I love watching Gilbert react to these for the first time. They've
totally. It's like watching childbirth.
been up for about 9 weeks.
Did he tell you that Gilbert listened to yours?
Oh,
already?
yeah. He said he thought it was genius.
Yes, yes, it was great.
He said it was like yours was like Abbey Road side 2.
Yes.
Well, you know what I want? I really want him to hear. You see, I it's a hobby. I just
Yes.
love doing this stuff. But I did After the Fox. When you
Oh,
did After
yes,
the Fox,
yes.
I locked that one in to a big band sound, and that one for me is the most fun. I love doing that one.
That was such a great score.
Do we have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one to me is
Okay,
is
here
a
it
lot
is.
of fun.
John Murray does Gilbert singing After the Fox.
And it's all your voice.
Yeah.
Even when you don't think it's your voice, it's your voice.
Wow.
yeah.
And then he'll explain
And
how
I'll
he did
explain,
it.
Yeah, yeah.
Who is the fox? I am the fox. Who are you? I am me. Who is me? I am me. You make you cause your poor mother. After the fox, into the hunt with chains and locks. After the fox, somebody's always chasing after the fox. Where is the gold? It's on the truck. Where's the truck? I won't
Tell.
will make you tell, then I lie. You make your poor mother cry. Oh, after the fox, into the hunt with chains and locks. After the fox, somebody's always chasing after the fox.
Wow.
How about
Well,
that?
there's the example. When I'm hearing you sing, just because you guys are goofing around, but you were in time and you were in tune, and so I just peeled it right off of the podcast and just dropped the band behind you, and very little tweaking because you do have this natural tone. It's right in there. I don't know if you realize it, but you actually stay in key and you actually stay in time. I mean, you're
This
in.
is amazing.
All right, real quick, while we got you both here, I also asked you guys to each come up with your favorite TV theme song,
Yeah.
and we're going to play them, and we're going to talk about them. John Fodiatis,
Yes.
you go first, because you know Gilbert has to sing.
Well,
Yes.
he's got to sing this. I mean,
Okay.
that was part of the reason I chose it, but also because I just loved this when I was a kid. I thought it was just so funny and politically incorrect and just a riot. And it's the theme to F Troop, with the lyrics.
I love it. Frankie,
Okay.
we sang this with Larry Storch and Ken Berry.
Oh, that's right. Was near when quite accidentally.
Who sneezed, abruptly sneezed, retreat, bursted to victory. His medal of honor pleased and thrilled his proud little family crew. Getting it on, some blood was spilled, and so it was planned he command.
That's true.
I love the bridge.
Indian sights are colorful sights and no one takes a licking. We're pan and balls turn chicken.
They know their morale can droop. As long as they all relax in town before they resume with a bang and a boom. Hit it, Gil. F Troop!
I love the modulation.
I also love the bridge.
It's great.
Yeah.
Of that song, where
It's great.
Indian troops are colorful.
Colorful.
Where Indian fights are colorful sights.
Nobody takes a licking.
Licking where pale face and red skin both turn chicken.
And then they have that like stock footage going backwards. Remember?
Oh yes, yes.
It's very funny.
So you listen to the Ken Berry and Larry Storch episode,
Oh, yeah,
so you'll hear
yeah.
us singing
Oh, yeah,
with
it's
Larry.
great.
Larry remembered every word. Written by the team of Irving Taylor and William Lava. You
Yeah.
know anything about these guys?
I know Lava wrote some other music, right, for some other shows.
He wrote Looney Tunes. He was an
Yeah.
arranger
Oh.
for Merry Melodies.
Wow.
William Lava. He wrote the theme song for Cheyenne, the TV series.
Yeah.
Cheyenne. You'll love this. He wrote the music for the Buster Keaton episode of The Twilight Zone, Once Upon a Time.
Oh my God! Who was the big fat guy in there?
Oh, God.
He was a
I'll have to look that up.
very busy character actor at that time.
Gotta look that up. Not Kurt Kasner.
I wonder.
Look that up. And Irving Taylor, his partner in the F Troop theme, and Gilbert, you'll love this. He wrote "Everybody Loves Somebody Sometime."
Oh wow!
Dino's theme song.
Wow.
Co-wrote it. He wrote "Kooky Kooky, Lend Me Your Comb,"
Oh my God!
and this one's going to give you a chubby. He wrote a Soupy Sales song that you have sung on this very podcast.
Pafalafaka.
That's the one.
Oh, wow.
Pafalafaka, Pafalafaka. It sounds so romantic and perky. Pafalafaka, Pafalafaka. It sounds so romantic and turkey. Oh, I know that phrase will make me thrill always, 'cause it reminds me of you, my sweet. Just the mention of those tender words of love give my heart a Turkish beat.
Now, you know damn well next week you're going to have that. That's right.
You better leave
I'm
now,
gonna do
John.
that.
I would start working on that immediately.
It's
Fortunately,
already- it's
both
done.
writers are deceased. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Gilbert,
that
how do you
happy,
pull? How do you pull this stuff like out of the? I mean, you've
Oh,
heard these
God.
songs once when you were 3.
Yeah.
It's bizarre. You know,
He pulls movie dialogue.
Yeah.
Were you talking about with the King of Marvin Gardens?
Oh,
And
yes.
He recited Jack Nicholson's whole opening monologue from a movie
insane.
he hadn't seen in 40 years.
it's unbelievable.
So there's-
Yeah, and I sing the song. I've seen this like a billion years ago. I sing the song to Lords of Flatbush.
Yeah, which he sang to
Sylvester
Henry
Stallone.
Winkler.
Yes,
yeah.
Yeah.
we can't get Sylvester Stallone on the show.
Sure we can.
But yeah,
Wasn't that the first thing he did after porn? I'm trying to remember.
the Italian stallion. All right, Mr. Murray.
Yeah.
So as long as we're talking about theme songs and theme music,
Me and Gil are going to sing this.
you're going to sing it together.
hell
We're going to
yeah.
stay the
Oh,
hell
my
out of the way.
God.
Are you ready? Boy, the way
Way
Glenn Miller played.
Slow down.
Oh, wait. No, let's just do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Acapella.
Acapella.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Acapulco. Boy,
Boy,
the way Glenn Miller played. Songs that made the hit parade. Guys like us, we had it made. Those were the days.
Go ahead, Gil.
and you know when you were then,
Girls were girls and men were men.
Mister, we could use a man like Herbert Hoover again.
Didn't need no welfare state. Everybody pulled his weight. G.R.O. LaSalle ran great. Those were the days. This is too surreal. I can't believe I'm in this freaking booth and I'm singing that with him.
Happens every week. You know
This is really. I just got to catch my
This
breath.
is the greatest moment of your life, isn't it,
it
John?
is.
Yeah. The birth of your child.
And it's got that line that no one ever knew.
Right.
LaSalle.
And G.R.O. LaSalle.
Yeah,
ran
and
great.
I think even when they knew what the line was, they thought it was LaSalle College and like the track team. They didn't
And then,
realize.
do you remember later on they redid it?
'Cause
And
nobody
then
understood
they
it.
She like dubbed it in or something.
Yeah,
Just dropped
and
it in.
then it was like G.R.O.
La
Salle ran great.
Yeah, exactly.
Written by
They-
Charles Strauss.
They
Bye
fell
Bye
out
Birdie.
of character.
Now, Charles Strauss writes a little line in here about Herbert Hoover, which is, it's a gag that they're thinking Herbert Hoover was a great day, but he wrote Annie as well.
Right,
and
and
in
Hoover-
Annie,
Hoover shows up
I'd
again.
like to,
Right.
remember, I'd like
Of
to
course.
thank you, Herbert Hoover.
Thank you for Herbert.
Yeah,
Charles Strauss and Lee Adams. Well, he wrote Annie with somebody else, with Martin Charnin. But
Charnin,
but
right.
Charles Strauss and Lee Adams wrote "It's a Bird, It's a Plane, It's Superman."
Oh,
a Broadway
wow.
musical.
Bye Bye Birdie.
And here's the symmetry: "Bye Bye Birdie," and our guest tonight, Will Jordan, was in the cast. Of
He
Bye
was
Bye
Ed
Birdie.
Sullivan.
All
just
comes
went
together.
full circle.
Yeah.
How about
Too
that?
weird.
Just went full
I'm
circle.
levitating.
Weird synchronicity. And when Charles Strauss, who is still around, plays it live, apparently he does a Gene Stapleton impression when he gets to the line, just like Gilbert did.
Wow.
So I got a surprise to take you out, a little piece of music. But before we go, and Frankie has that queued up. You know what that is, right, Frankie?
Yeah, that's the thing with the thing and the thing.
Okay, but before we do
With
it,
the singing and the music and the bison.
I want to thank these guys. John Murray's disc is called Holidays Just Fly on Private Eye Music. And, John, what could we plug of yours?
If you go to SoundCloud.com,
Yep.
Empty City Squares, you'll hear some of my original music, and you'll hear the theme that Gilbert heard for the first time tonight posted there. So maybe you can listen to it one more time, Gilbert, if you go to that website.
Yeah, I'm kind of busy tonight.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. You're clipping your toenails, right? Is that it?
So we're going to take John Murray out with a surprise that he may not know about, and it's something Gilbert will enjoy as well. But thank you guys, John Murray.
Now, this has been
Thanks
John
for having us. This is
Fodiatis.
great.
Thanks
This
for
is
contributing
fantastic.
to the show.
It's a dream come
thank
true.
you.
It really is.
You'll never guess what this is.
Boy, the way Glenn Miller played
Oh, wow.
songs that made the
Sammy
hit
Davis.
parade.
It's Sammy.
Guys like we had it
I found it.
made. Those were the days. Didn't need no welfare state.
Yeah, baby.
Everybody really pulled his
It's got that
weight.
Candyman vibe. You know?
Yes.
G.R.O. LaSalle ran great.
Run great.
Those were the days. And you knew who you were then. Girls were girls and men were men.
It rocks.
Mr.
Yeah.
Who's a man like Herbert Hoover again. People seem to be content. $50 paid your rent. And freaks were in a circus tent. Those were the days.
Sammy adds his own touches.
That's great.
Wow.
I love that theme.
This is great.
Oh, there you go. How about, did you know that existed?
No.
I know.
I could picture while it was going on, like girls in their go-go outfits doing the boogaloo behind.
Right. And of course, he's in the famous All in the Family episode.
Yes.
Sammy. So
My
Wasn't
favorite,
it the
my
longest
favorite
laugh?
part there is, and you knew, and you are then. You know,
what was that Freaks and Circus dance?
that
belonged in
was
some-
great.
Yeah, that's the original. The
Because,
original
in
lyrics.
those days, freaks were only in the circus tent. You know?
When it got to that line, I was like, wait a minute, I never heard Carol O'Connor sing.
That is my new favorite. That's my
That
new
is-
favorite
that
TV
is
theme.
Unbelievable.
I think you should get rid
I
of
love
all of
it.
our themes and just use that. Beginning and ending shows.
Let them sue us.
Oh, I'm glad I picked a good one.
If you'd play that more often, I'd listen to this podcast.
See what I can do.
Okay. This has been Gilbert and Frank's Amazing Colossal Obsessions with John Murray
Right.
and John.
You got it. You're looking at the wrong one.
Yes, no. John Fodiatis.
Yes,
Nice.
you got it
Yes,
right.
who used to be married to Jackie Onassis. I
Really?
think, at one
That's right.
time.
I'm
yeah.
like the love child of Ari Onassis and Ringo Starr.
Thank you, boys.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for being a part of the
Thank
show.
you.
Yeah,
We
this is
appreciate it.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Hey, everybody shout out with the song.
awesome.
It's like we're in group therapy.
It's the best.